Hi, it's Bruce Lawson here. I'm here doing a vlog for two reasons. The first is that I think we need to establish what the word HTML5 means. And the second is that I want to try out, in advance of a presentation I'm doing tonight, my new ranting headgear. This was brought to me from Tokyo by my friend Nejma. Thanks, Nejma. And I believe it says Mighty Wind, although it might say something else. My Japanese is very limited. So I'll be trying this out to see how well it works. Anyway, as you know, Remy Sharp and I have written a marvellous book, all about HTML5, and we bung in some stuff that isn't HTML5. Things like web workers, which were never part of the spec, but we're from the same working group, and things like we use geolocation, which is nothing to do with the people who wrote HTML5. It's a W3C spec. But what it has in common with HTML5, it is a simple API for JavaScript that allows you to do cool things for web applications. Okay. What really gets on my moobs is people who confuse CSS3 or CSS anything and HTML5. Look, HTML is markup. CSS is gorgeous, lovely typography and style and things that make you go all quivery inside if you're a designer. And JavaScript is for behavior, the actual way your application works. These are three different things. They do three different things. That's why they are three different technologies. That's why they got three different bloody names. They are not the same thing. I don't care if some marketing department of some sexy company that makes sexy, gorgeous hardware that makes people with otherwise independent brains go all bloody newspeak and duckthink and ooh, it's whatever they say about these new shiny things. I don't care what that company's marketing department say. HTML and CSS are different things. And another thing, okay, if in your markup you've got like maybe a list and that list contains anchors and those anchors go to nowhere, just a hashtag, and the only reason for it being there is so you can hang loads of CSS transforms and transitions that go wee and woo and woo, then you're doing it wrong. Wrong. W-R-O-N-G. Incorrect. You made a mistake. This stuff is not markup. Markup is meaning, and this stuff means nothing. Nada. Fuck all. This stuff you do when you mouse over and everything goes wee and woo. Lovely. I love it. It's gorgeous. I want to have your babies. But do it with Canvas. Do it with SVG. For God's sake, even do it with Flash. But don't do it with markup. It's nothing to do with markup. It's just wonkery. Don't make a mistake. Look, the Web Standards Project, the WASP, Jeffrey Zelman, Eric Meyer, these are good, decent people. They have worked tirelessly for you, for the web. They have had enough trouble. These men are the only two social liberals in the whole of the United Bloody States. These men have had enough to deal with all their lives. And what are you doing? You're weeing. You, worse than weeing, you're doing a number two on the legacy of Messrs. Zelman and Meyer. Every time you confuse HTML5 and CSS. They're not the same thing. They're different. And if you confuse them, there's only one thing that mature and sensible adults will say, and that's, your mum works for McDonald's for minimum wage. So I think we've satisfactorily established the fact that we need to keep our nomenclature straight. Thanks very much for listening. Goodbye.